It is interesting how different people look at things differently. What does somebody else see, and how do they see these things talking to each other? Because really the multitude of perspectives can be so fascinating. The fair is a very, very good way to do that, because you'll really see things in every single price point. You'll see young artists, you'll see mid-career, you'll see vintage, very, very established blue chip artists. So it's the best way to initially get a real overview of what might possibly be out there. Follow your passion, look a lot. Go to museums, go to galleries, and start to be able to build up your own visual dictionary so you can then process things. I like this better than this, or this is better than that. And without doing tons of looking, you can't actually make those decisions. The thing that I find really unique about photography dealers is almost across the boards, they are so knowledgeable and so passionate. They've become a family and they've become friends. They want to share their knowledge. It's about educating you about what are you looking at? Why are they showing it? They clearly have a passion about why they're showing something on their walls. And it's about sharing those particular qualities about that artist, that body of work, that particular picture. I look at them as such a resource, and because of what they share and what I look at and how I process things, one thing leads to another, and all of a sudden you're looking at this artist or that artist. Certain galleries show potentially different bodies of work because different gallerists have different eyes. So for me as a collector, the most exciting aspect of that is a multitude of visions and not just being funneled through one person. One of the things that makes art differentiated from what all of us do all day long with our phones is that there's a person with a vision. It's about putting together a thesis. The strongest artists that we have in our collection, they're all very cognizant of the history of art in general, the history of photography specifically. Most of them are looking at how they take that history and what they do with it. Are they following it? Are they reacting to it? And they're all working on finding their own voice. They're not repeating somebody else's voice, and it's very recognizable as their own work. I consider it to be super sexy to have like this amazing vintage picture. Print quality is very important in photography. There are several ways that you can actually look at print quality. One is by using resources of people. Those are curators or dealers or friends who say, I've seen other images of this or of this artist, and this one is good because of X, Y, and Z, or not good because of this. The other way to do it, which is actually such a critical component, is you have to continually look. There are, for instance, some vintage photographs that are very beat up, but they're still considered to be the best of that person's work. But there are other times where a scratch on the photograph, which could have happened at any point in its history if we were dealing with something that's old, or a discoloration is considered to be an imperfection. And if you know that somebody did multiple prints, then you can start the hunt for the better print, which is sometimes you have to decide whether or not you want to go chasing the image or you want to go chasing the print. And sometimes those things can take you in pretty divergent places.